Senator Ted Cruz represents the state of Texas. He joins us tonight. Senator, thanks so much for coming on. I just wonder if you agree with our perception that the president sincerely is concerned about the number of Americans who are unemployed, wants to protect their jobs. He talks about a lot. He's run on it. But somewhere between that desire and this executive order, something happened. Does that seem right to you?
Well, I know he cares about American jobs. I've spoken to him many times just during this coronavirus pandemic. And I think this order is a step trying to do that. I think we ought to have two priorities: protecting American lives and protecting American jobs. And I think halting legal immigration for 60 days makes perfect sense in accomplishing both of those.
Here's what I don't, and I agree with you completely, and thank you for reiterating a month, 60 days, 2 months. So this is not forever, and we should, I think, have a national debate on this, but for now it's temporary. But why, when you have the highest unemployment rate in our lifetimes, or really the lifetimes of anyone living, would you allow companies to import IT workers from foreign countries to take middle-class or upper-middle-class jobs? That seems insane to me.
Tucker, I agree with you. I don't think it makes sense. We have 22 million Americans who filed for unemployment in the last 4 weeks. The whole purpose of legal immigration is supposed to benefit the economy. When you have 22 million Americans out of work, they need to get the jobs. We don't need to be bringing in 1 million plus workers when 22 million Americans are out of work. In a tight labor market, the calculus would be different. But this is a crisis, and we need to get Americans back to work. I think halting, bringing in legal immigration, and I say this as the son of a legal immigrant. I believe in legal immigration as long as it benefits jobs. But when you have a catastrophe unfolding, bringing in millions of additional workers before the Americans get hired, that doesn't make any sense to me.
And you got to guess that a lot of the companies that will take advantage of this loophole are companies that are receiving taxpayer funds in the bailout, just to make it more perverse.
Look, I think that's right. And it's one thing 3 months ago when we had an exceptionally tight market, when we had 3% unemployment, when the economy was booming. It was one thing to make an argument that we need skilled workers. And I'm a big believer in shifting legal immigration to a skills-based immigration system where we bring in people who can generate jobs and help the economy. I think that's a strength of our country, that people want to be here. But it's a different situation when you're in a crisis, when people are being laid off in massive numbers, and people need jobs. People need jobs. I enjoyed your discussion of my erstwhile opponent, Beto O'Rourke. But, his view of people in the kitchens or in the fields. Look, people need jobs there, but people need jobs throughout the economy right now. And I think our priority needs to be keep people safe and help Americans get their jobs back.
Amen. Senator Ted Cruz, thank you so much for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tucker.